Welcome, fellow gamers. Prepare to enter a world of suspense and terror as we dive into the top 10 best horror games of 2024. These games, set to release this year, promise to push the boundaries of fear, delivering heart-pounding experiences that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Stay tuned, hold tight, and let the games begin. Level 0 is an asymmetric survival horror player versus player game. The game is set in the year 2058. A team of 4 scientists must repair the electrical control systems to escape. An opposing team of 2 creatures hunts the scientists from the shadows. These creatures use various telepathic abilities, ambush tactics, and electricity manipulation skills. The game takes place on the planet Turian. The scientists are part of a space expedition from the New Horizons Corporation. As a scientist, your main weapon against the creatures is light. You can use numerous items and physically simulated sources of light to repel the creatures. The game emphasizes teamwork and coordination. Success depends not on aiming skills and reflexes, but on how well you coordinate. You must manage your consumables wisely. Scientists can deploy a powerful motion-activated floodlight. The game is developed by Doghowl Games and published by tinyBuild. Silent Hill 2 Remake is a modern reimagining of the original game, developed by Bloober Team. The original Silent Hill 2, released in 2001, was praised for its exploration of psychological horror. The game's endings were determined by many actions, such as how players interacted with specific objects and how often they healed protagonist James Sunderland. The remake has sparked skepticism among the community, with concerns that Bloober Team's previous work was too overt to capture the more subdued, horror elements of Silent Hill 2. Despite this, the remake is highly anticipated, with fans eager to see how it compares to the original. The game reunites players with main protagonist James Sunderland, who receives a mysterious letter from his late wife, Mary. Players must search for clues in the terrifying namesake town, teeming with nightmarish monsters. The Retrieval is a highly anticipated cinematic horror action-adventure game developed by 2 Crow Studios. The game is set in the far future, aboard the spaceship Prometheus, which has mysteriously re-emerged after being lost for over 200 years. The spaceship is not responding to calls or emitting any signals. The player's mission is simple: dock in, try to make contact with the crew, and if not possible, learn what happened and leave. The game is played from the perspective of Hannah Losh, the commander of a research team located 18.6 billion miles away from Earth. After an unfortunate accident, Hannah falls into a subway base where she uncovers the horrifying secrets that the base hides. The game combines elements of horror and strategy, requiring players to navigate through the abandoned spaceship and solve puzzles. The Retrieval is a VR game, adding an extra layer of immersion and terror. It contains unnerving moments and flashing lights, providing a truly spine-chilling experience. Tormented Souls 2 is an upcoming sequel to the award-winning classic survival horror game, Tormented Souls. The protagonist, Caroline Walker, returns in this sequel, yearning for a normal life after the events of Wildberger Hospital. However, her younger sister, Anna, falls victim to a mysterious affliction, leading Caroline back into the supernatural world. The game is set in Portamiller, a remote Southern American town with a chilling past. The town was founded by the reclusive Ismuit tribe, a small religious group that shunned the outside world. The game involves exploring eerie monasteries and other nightmarish locations. Players must confront terrifying creatures armed only with makeshift weapons as they desperately try to rescue Anna. The gameplay captures the essence of classic survival horror, drawing inspiration from games like Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and Alone in the Dark. It features fixed camera angles, voiceover work, and jump scares. The game also involves solving intricate puzzles by forging connections between items found in the environment. Routine is a first-person sci-fi horror game set on an abandoned lunar base. The game is designed around an 80s vision of the future. As a player, you will explore the decrepit station looking for answers about the events that unfolded there. The game begins with curious exploration, which quickly turns into a need for survival when the lunar base goes completely quiet. You will face an enemy who is certain that the main threat is you. You are armed only with a cosmonaut assistance tool, which is used to interact with the various computer systems. You must navigate whatever unknown dangers still remain. The game features full body awareness, dead zone aiming, and minimal UI to create a gripping and atmospheric experience. You can roam through contrasting sectors of the lunar station, from abandoned malls to deteriorating living quarters. Beneath is an upcoming first-person action horror adventure. The game is being developed and published by Camel 101. It takes place in the mysterious depths of the ocean. You play as Noah Quinn, a veteran deep-sea diver. Quinn must escape a treacherous underwater world filled with unimaginable terrors. Armed with weapons and wits, Quinn must confront the horror to escape. The game features resource management, where ammo is scarce and must be scavenged. Quinn's mental state is on the brink of collapse, and he must avoid succumbing to madness. The game features tactical combat, where firepower isn't always the solution. Players can uncover secrets of the deep by gathering information from their surroundings. The game features a dynamic combat system with adaptive enemy AI and destructible environments. Players can customize their weapons. The game is expected to be released in 2024. Little Nightmares 3 is an upcoming puzzle platform horror adventure game developed by Supermassive Games. It serves as a standalone sequel to the first two Little Nightmares games. The game introduces two new child protagonists, Lo and Alone. They navigate through the nowhere, a cluster of disturbing places, in search of a path that could lead them out. The game's world is filled with delusions and an even greater threat lurking in the shadows. Little Nightmares 3 takes place in a 2.5D world. The gameplay involves exploring the world, encountering platformer-like situations, and solving puzzles to proceed. For the first time in the franchise, the game offers an online co-op mode. You can play solo with an AI companion or with another player. Lo and Alone have different gameplay mechanics. Lo wields a bow and arrow, while Alone uses a wrench. The game is set to release in 2024 on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Alone in the Dark is a survival horror classic that has been reimagined by THQ Nordic. The game is set in the eerie Derceto Manor, which has been transformed into a psychiatric hospital. The story unfolds through the perspectives of Emily Hartwood and Detective Edward Carnby, each uncovering more questions than answers. The game is a thrilling blend of puzzles, monsters, and paranormality, with a doom jazz soundtrack that enhances the ambience. It successfully recontextualizes the original game, maintaining its spirit while introducing a new 20s setting. The gameplay alternates between the non-linear puzzles of Derceto Manor and action-packed sequences in Jeremy Hartwood's dream world. The game also explores voodoo-based magic, which Emily uses to track down her missing uncle. Despite its horror elements, Alone in the Dark often feels more like a detective thriller, offering a captivating whodunit in place of outright scares. It's a unique take on the survival horror genre, promising a memorable gaming experience. Ill is an upcoming narrative-driven first-person survival horror game that is being developed by Team Cloud Inc. The game promises to offer a unique and immersive experience by transporting players to a sinister settlement where they must uncover the unsettling truth behind its descent into bloodthirsty madness. One of the standout features of Ill is its intense depiction of body horror, with disgusting, monstrous creatures that can be gruesomely dismembered. The game also boasts of dynamic enemy behavior, with enemies reacting to all manner of events and hits on different enemy body parts eliciting unique reactions. The comprehensive weapon system in the game requires players to perform malfunction checks, choose from different ammunition types, and carry out mandatory maintenance. The world of Ill offers a range of ammo and weapon upgrades, demanding strategic choices for survival. The game also provides an immersive interactive world that contributes to an unforgettable visceral journey into despair. The advanced physics with interactive environments, active ragdoll, and real-time body transformations further enhance the gaming experience. Lastly, Ill is being developed in Unreal Engine 5, which could lead to improved graphics and performance. Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl is an upcoming first-person shooter survival game developed by the Ukrainian game studio GSC Game World. The game offers a unique blend of FPS, immersive sim, and horror, all set within a thick, atmospheric open world. One of the most significant features of the game is its epic branching story with multiple endings, where your choices influence both short-term consequences and global outcomes. The game is set in the Chernobyl exclusion zone, a fictional take on the Ukrainian city known for its nuclear disaster in the 80s. This dangerous wasteland, plagued by mutants and dangerous anomalies, is hauntingly beautiful and one of the biggest open worlds to date. Despite the dangers, many people, known as stalkers, willingly enter the zone to look for treasured artifacts. The game provides a non-linear single-player adventure where your choices matter and affect how your story plays out. It also features over 30 different weapons, each being customizable, adding another layer of depth to the gameplay. In addition to combat, players also have to manage survival elements such as hunger, sleep, blood loss, and radiation.